Oh, I'm glad I did an all-out attack.
Wow, what an all-out attack.
Normally, I'd be kind of mad at that. But now, like, he's just powered up. Should be Ren 2.
Games Workshop.
Yeah.
You're probably not watching, but... Hello and welcome to another battle report here at Hops and Drops TV. We have moved to a new studio. You might notice it's a bit more space.
Yes.
Well, moved from your room to a real studio,
Yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
I'm Karl, and I am playing the Zoggrok's Ironmongerz Army of Renown. On the paper, they seem nice to me, but
Yeah.
we will see. It's the second time playing them. I do like orcs infantry, so it's going to be exciting. What am I going up against, Tom?
Stormcast. The first time they've been on the channel.
Yes.
So I thought I'd give them a play. It's probably the first time I've played them.
Ever, yeah.
So this, yeah, it'll be interesting. I've played against them a lot, though.
Yeah.
Like, that's where my knowledge of the army comes from.
Yeah.
So whenever I go up against a Stormcast player, it's like, no, you don't need to tell me anything. Like,
No,
I know everything that you
We
do.
have a lot of Stormcast in our
Yes.
meta in Sweden.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, I know what's going on with this list.
If you're enjoying our battle reports, please consider liking and subscribing, and leave a comment if you want to say anything, what you thought about the game, or any comment in general. We will reply to it. We like to keep active with replying. One of our sponsors on the channel is Millarkey. Millarkey is a tool, specifically Age of Sigmar tool, for tracking your casual games or tournament games. It has a club function where you can invite your friends and you get, an internal leaderboard depending on how you do, win and loss rate and so on. And you kind of progress through the story. You create a character, and if the more you win, the more your faction win in Millarkey, and kind of progress the story that way. So it's very fun for a casual perspective as well.
Yeah, and then we use it as well for all of our tournaments in Sweden.
Yeah,
so
basically majority of the tournaments here in Sweden are hosted by Millarkey,
Yeah.
and it's super convenient, super easy, and it's nice because you can follow along. If you're at home, they have live reporting from the tournaments, so
Right.
you can sit with your phone and just see how it goes for your friend or anything like that. It's very cool. Check it out. We'll leave a link in the comment section.
Today we're going to be playing Battle for the Pass. It's a kind of long edge deployment, so we'll be deploying along the short edges on this one and then playing along the long edges. It's pretty similar to the one that we played in the last battle report, in that you score 1 point for holding your home objective, you score 2 points for each of the flank objectives that you control, and then your opponent's objective is worth 5 victory points, maximum of 6 within that. And then you get your battle tactic, obviously, for 4 points.
Puts you to a 10.
Exactly, full 10. And then the underdog gets to add 2 to the control score of their units that aren't heroes.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice.
It's actually quite strong, yeah.
Yeah.
So my deployment, I have put most of the things on one side of the table, like towards me a bit, mostly because I really don't want to be spread out. The Ard Boys gives a 5-up board to each other, so they have to stay together. So my idea of this deployment is kind of that I'm going to focus on 2 objectives and then have my brutes with hopefully 3d6 charge, or my ragers brutes to kind of run off and get me the other objectives if needed. And then my heroes are right here in the middle, chilling within every ranges that I need. So the Ard Boy Big Boss is covering for potential field sergeant for those 2 units, and Zoggrok himself gets a ward from Ard Boys and also in range to give anything plus crit mortals.
Yeah.
And then my wizard is also in range to give the buffs as needed. And my little mega boss hanging out with this brute, because that combo hopefully comes
together
out in the game, because it's a brutal combo.
Yeah.
That's the deployment. It's very simple, straightforward. Really. What about you?
So you were 3 drops and I was 2.
Yeah.
So I knew that I had choice when I was deploying. And it's likely against such a slow army that I'm going to be giving Karl the first turn. So I deployed with that in mind. So the way that I've deployed is with big Karazai in the middle, of course. We start 18 inches apart. Karl's sort of average turn 1 charge is about 18, so he could go for it, but it's kind of 50-50 on whether he makes it.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens, but either way, Karazai can give -2 to attack profiles, and 3+ save. Like he's with an all-out defense, he's pretty tanky.
He's pretty tanky, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not too scared about him being front and center.
Nope.
Behind him, I have my banner bearer. He's there to just heal Karazai D3 every hero phase, and I will be, as my honor guard, making him the bodyguard as well. I have Stormcoven behind them as well to sit on this backline objective, throwing out some shots, casting 2 spells every turn. I've got the Celestant-Prime behind there as well. Made sure to put him outside of 18 from your tower, just so that you can't immediately put him on 1 dice charge. Because, I decided to deploy him on the table. I don't think his ability is honestly that good.
No.
Like, he moves 12, so he's probably getting into combat where you need him anyway.
Yeah.
And even with like a 8-inch charge on the teleport down, or a 7-inch charge, you might just fail that anyway, and then he's stood there.
Yeah, exactly. Then he probably might die.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So I rather have him on the table as a bit of a threat. So all in all, I haven't actually put anything up in the heavens. I've got a unit of Vigilors here with a unit of Gryph Hounds in front, just screening them out in case Karl did a turn 1 charge, so that the Vigilors can shoot. They're in the forest, both units for the -1 to hit. And then over on this flank, I have 10 Liberators that are screening out my 6 Vanguard-Raptors with crossbows. That's in every single list you will ever see.
every competitive Stormcast list,
because they are exceptionally good. Both of those units are wholly within 6 of my Storm Portal, just so that I can teleport them anywhere on the table when I want to, or if I want to. And then I have my birds hanging out at the back here, Aetherwings. They are just scoring for this game. Most likely I'm going to be teleporting them to Karl's backline early on, because if I do that and he wants to commit a unit to killing them, I'm okay with that, because that unit will then probably not see play for the rest of the game. So they can just hang out doing the 4 table quarters objective. They can hang out doing take the flanks, for example. So I've already said my honor guard. What are you doing for your?
Yes, so in this regiment of renown, or army of renown, Zoggrok has to be the general, and he can't take any other smaller heroes with him.
Right.
So if you're matching drops, you can't have field sergeant. But I have more drops, I get to pick 2. And in my regiments, or a general's regiment, my brutes are in there. They will have anti-monster. Because I think they will be the only one that can probably do something to him.
Like threaten Karazai.
I mean, it is -2 attacks, but they could be 4 attacks each.
Exactly.
So at least it's 2 attacks with Ren 2 then, which is good.
And then Field Sergeant, I assume.
Field Sergeant on my Ardboy Big Boss, yes.
Yeah, nice.
That's my second one.
Okay, cool. Well, I have choice.
You do?
So, unsurprisingly, going to give you first turn and watch you hopefully kind of vaguely walk towards me a little bit, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do.
Gonna wiggle to the middle.
Exactly.
All right, see you top of turn 1. Top of battle round 1. Here we go. Ironjawz, or Zoggrok's Ironmongerz. I'm gonna do seize the center. That's my battle tactic.
Sounds
it's
good.
The only one I can do. So it's either that or don't do anything. And there's no place of power because they're over there. My wizard over here, he has wizard 2 because he has a unit of 10. That has 10 or more models.
Nice.
Wholly within 12 of him. So he's gonna start off with the Gork-Rora. Oh,
10.
Well, a 10.
I'll try and unbind. 8.
I get it.
Yep.
He's now going to take 2 plus to cast.
Oh yeah.
And then I roll 2 dice for that. Well, he takes 2 mortal damage.
Dear.
Then. Well, that's a bit sad. But he still gets 2 to cast.
Yes,
so we're gonna try and cast the 3d6 charge on the brutes over
Nice.
here. Oh, 14.
14.
I'm gonna rally him straight away.
Don't need the command points elsewhere.
No. 5.
Nice.
The last thing I'm gonna do in my hero phase is my tower.
Oh,
Get it? So 1d6 charge on him.
Okay, great. Well then, because of that, I'm going to do a magical intervention.
There we go.
Because there was a chance that I could do a counter charge here to try and shut down the Seize the Center. But now he's only rolling 1 dice. There's not really much point in doing that. So I'm going to try and cast a... Let's do a Jaws. Gnashing Jaws.
Yep.
On a 7.
Right, I'll try and unbind. On a 10.
Nice. All right, so no jaws. And then I'll just roll my Vexillor. I'll give Karazai and the Stormcoven some extra control score. And it heals them, but they're not wounded.
Very cool, very cool. Into movement then. The Ironjawz moved up, or Zoggrok's infantry moved up. Seized the center, auto-run with Ardboys into there. I only got it, thankfully, to the field sergeant.
Yes.
I don't know, I didn't think too much in my deploy, I guess. But it worked out.
Yeah.
And then they just needed 1 inch run, so they're tagging the middle here.
Yeah, you got both units of Ardboys there.
And it's a solid screen of Ardboys with 5 upwards.
I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do against it, honestly.
And then the brutes are on the side. They have a little opening here. The reason, so first I walked up there and I was like, it doesn't make sense. So I gave the brutes a little bit of an opening. So they ran, unfortunately only 12, but they ran up not closer to the Longstrikes and the Ardboys, because then it could have been worth for Tom to spend a command point to pick off some brutes.
If they were in range.
If they were in range, yeah. So then, but they are here with the 3d6 counter charge, so they could potentially threaten that objective.
Yeah, which is quite scary.
Yeah, which was my idea. And yeah, the mega boss is just staying with him. Everything else kind of moved up. The rages are also here on the side, holding 2 objectives. That's it. There is no counter shooting. There's no counter charging. I didn't charge.
Nope.
So we're just heading scoring basically.
Exactly. Super quick turn.
Yeah, super quick turn, which was expected. And Zoggrok managed to get his crit mortals. I did it off camera. It's on this Ardboy unit right here.
I can confirm.
Yes. It was a 2 into 4, thanks for the reroll. So the Ardboys here, they have crit mortals, the 20 block on my towards me. I get 1 victory points for my home objective, 2 for this one, and then 4 for the battle tactic.
Exactly.
Putting me on 7 points.
Yep. Very nice.
Yeah, that's it. It's
cool.
Into Stormcast turn.
Yeah, see what we can do. All right, Stormcast turn 1.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. No place of power for either of us, but I will choose a battle tactic, and I'm going to take Reclaim the Realms. I think it's probably the best opportunity for me to do it now, whilst I have a lot of units, instead of when my army's sort of whittled down a little bit. Then we'll go into the hero phase, and I'll start by giving some bonus control score with my Knight-Vexillor. He can give it to 1 unit. He'll put it on Karazai. Then I'll go to my Stormcoven. They'll cast a couple of spells. I'll start by casting let's do a Burning Head to begin with. I get it on a 6.
How many spells do you have?
2.
So I will try and unbind both. That's a 6.
Okay, so yeah, you stop it. And then my second cast, I'm going to just throw out I think an Emerald Life Swarm is enough. It's a 3 and a 5, so an 8.
Okay. That's a 6.
It's a bouncy.
And a 4.
Okay.
10 again.
All right. No spells then. That's it for my hero phase, so I'll move some stuff around. I've moved.
Yes.
As in classic Tom fashion, aggressively. it
seems
like I always do the same thing. So let's explain it. I tried the 3+ teleport on my Aetherwings with this sub-faction ability and failed it. So they had to just run up here instead. I knew that I could do that as a contingency plan.
Yes,
I would have rather they'd been there in the corner,
Yep.
but it's not the end of the world.
Yep.
They're doing my BT. I used the Stormstrike portal, I think it's called that, to teleport my long strikes over into the other quarter here. So the play here is Karl has a 3d6 charge. He needs to roll 17 on 3 dice to shut down my battle tactic and screw over my game plan.
It has been done.
It has been done. I think last game we had the same thing. It was like if you make an 11 inch on 2 dice, but you failed it then.
Yes.
So we'll see.
I got a 10 and that was close. Yeah.
Karazai's moved up. He's only got a 1d6 charge, so going in aggressively on the other side here was not that great idea. So what I've done instead is I've just moved within 3 of Karl's terrain feature.
So he's in combat.
I'm in combat now, so I don't even need to charge.
No.
So the risk here is that Karazai ends up taking a lot of mortal damage from shield bashes and stuff. I don't know. He takes damage, he does more damage, so that's also fine.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how that's going to play out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I'm going to, regardless, the play here is I'm going to roll the charge, but I'm not going to move in combat range. The reason why I do that is, although I lose the minus attack from that, he's going to give -1 attack to the unit that goes countercharges him anyway, if you decide to. And it allows me to power through then, because I will have charged the terrain feature but just not moved. I just stand there basically.
Very true.
That's the way. just in case, you know, if I end up going down to like 3 health, then I'll power through and get the hell out of there basically.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. Everything else is just shuffled up for shooting range, and then I've tagged this objective with 1 guy just to try and score some extra points. It's 2 extra points if I manage to keep this objective. So that's it for movement.
Very cool.
You didn't redeploy.
Nope.
So we'll just go straight into some shooting. And I have a decent amount of it.
For sure.
I'm going to go for the one-shot, the Karazai one-shot. I need every single roll to go well for this to happen, but you never know.
Never know.
So what I'm going to do is Karazai is going to shoot into the weird knob, or
Weird
whatever
knob
it's called.
shaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his D3 plus 3 damage shooting attack. You've got 6 wounds, so I need to do 6 damage. And it needs
I'm
to
happy
hit
I
a
rallied
wound.
at least.
Exactly, that's true. Actually, good rally. So it hits on a 3. So we'll start there. It hits. Wounds on a 3. All right. Karazai fails. Now my Vigilors are going to shoot all of their shots into this Ardboy unit at the front here. I'm not going to all-out attack. Would you like to all-out defense?
Nope.
Then I'll fire away. So the Vigilors did 1 damage into the Ardboys. +1 to hit now. So I'm going to go with my Stormcoven, and they're going to shoot into the same unit. This is going to be on 2s to hit, 4s to wound.
Yep.
So 4 damage into the Ardboys there.
5 up board. I'll go through.
Okay, so I kill 2 Ardboys.
You kill
with
2
Stormcoven.
Ardboys, yeah.
I like that. Now the Prime is going to shoot into the same unit. On a 2+, he does D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah. 1.
Oh, all right. Never mind then. Doesn't go off. Now I'll line up for some...
Now for the juice.
The juicy shots. I'm going to all-out attack this.
And I'm going to do a reaction, all-out defense.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
Put me on 2 command points.
So we'll start with the less exciting shots. It's 2 shots into the Ragers there.
Yep.
2s to hit. Oh, 2 ones.
I was going to say, whatever goes through, because he's 5 up safe.
Exactly. 2 ones.
Okay.
All right, get that out of the way.
Just keep that going.
Yeah. Into the brutes. Oh, I'm glad I did an all-out attack.
Wow, what an all-out attack. Jesus.
That was 6 twos.
6 twos, holy shit.
One auto wound.
Now that is a good all-out attack.
Now I need to wound well, though. 3s to wound.
Not bad.
Yeah, 4 misses. So 5, so 6 at Ren 2.
Putting me on 4 ups then.
Yep.
That's 6 of them. I save 3,
Okay,
so 6
damage.
So 2 brutes.
Kill 2 brutes. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's shooting done. Not bad.
No, very nice.
Did some chip damage. Now I'm going to go to charging. So what I'm going to do is I will... if I do charge, it allows me to power through, but it gives you +1 rend against me with the Ardboys.
It does, yeah.
If you go in with the Ardboys.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge with Karazai and see what we get. 1 dice. 2-inch charge.
Okay.
So I'm just going to shuffle him to exactly where he is right now.
Nice.
He's going to stand there.
Yeah.
And then that's my only charge. So
Very
do you
nice.
want to try your 17-inch counter charge?
I am going to counter charge for sure.
Yeah, but is it Ardboys?
I am going to have a think of what it is. I had a little think about it. If I counter charge with Ardboys, which I think like normally I would probably do it if it wasn't Karazai for sure. But they're gonna go in. He's not then gonna. Tommy's not gonna tag the other unit in combat. So then it's 20 Ardboys doing shield
With
bash,
1
but
attack
1
each.
attack each.
Yeah.
So they're not gonna do. They will maybe do 5 damage to Karazai. He will retreat.
Maybe 10 with shield bash, but
Maybe 10 with
Yeah.
shield bash, but then still power through, heal him up with a banner and stuff. So
Rally.
Yeah. It's just not worth it.
No.
They're going to be tagged up for the combat for the rest of the game, though, because Tommy's going to most likely pile in and tag both Ardboys units. So I'm going to counter charge with my 2 last command points with the brutes, though.
So it's a 13 to Karazai if you want to get in.
Yep.
It's a 13 to these Liberators.
Yep.
And it's a 17, big 17 to get into the back line and take
Yes.
out my
Yes.
long strikes.
And I have two things that I could do. I like if I get 17, I'm gonna take this because I need to deal with this unit.
Yeah.
But it's also very tempting to charge into these ones, but then I can put those within 6.
Exactly.
And
And you
deny
can
the
shove the
battle
battle
tactic.
tactic.
Yes.
Yes.
But let's
You
see
need
what
to
I
roll-
get
You need
first.
to roll 13 first.
Let's see. Ooh, I saw a 6.
It's a
4,
12.
12. Oh yeah, 12.
It's a 12.
That's nothing.
No. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I just saw the 6 and
You got excited.
Very excited.
Blood rush.
No,
All right.
not
cool.
into anything.
Well, that's all charges then.
Yep.
So I'm just going to fight with Karazai, and I need to think about whether I want to tag 1 unit of our boys, 2 units of our boys, or no units of our boys. Okay, I have piled Karazai in. The only way that this play goes really badly for me is if Karazai dies, and I don't think that's likely.
No.
So what I'm going to do is I've tagged both Ardboy units with Karazai now. I don't need to all-out attack to get +1 to hit because I hit this unit with Vigilors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing all of Karazai into that unit of Ardboys that I hit with the
ones that
Vigilors.
have 2 died already.
Yeah, and then I can save my command points then for an all-out defense and a power through if I take too much damage.
Yep. It's a solid plan.
So let's swing with him, everything into that unit of Ardboys. Starting with 6 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
That's pretty solid profile.
Exactly. Everything hits. 4 wounds at rend 2.
So 5 up for me then.
Yep.
Well, that's
So
2 5
2 of them.
ups.
All right, so that's 4 damage so far.
Okay.
Then he has 4 more attacks
Yep.
on 2s and 2s.
Okay.
All hit. All wound. This is rend 3 because it's anti-infantry.
So 6 then.
Yeah.
Save 1.
Okay, so they're 4 each. That's 12, so that's 16 damage in total into that Ardboy unit.
Okay. 5 up ward on that then.
Yeah. Half of them.
Yeah. Maths. So 1, 2, 3.
4 die. 12 of them could swing, so it's 24 attacks.
Yep.
And I'm going to do an all-out defense. Put myself on a 2+ save.
Yep.
Go for it.
Because it's 2 attacks each because when Tom charged, he kept them both outside of combat.
Yeah, I probably should have gone in, really.
Yeah.
But hindsight.
Let's see what it does.
Yep.
It's 4s and 3s, so
Yep.
4s to hit. 3s to wound. Oh, that's nice. Wow. Okay, sure. 1 fail.
That's not good.
10.
Okay. That's not good at all.
10 went
10
through.
saves.
Yeah.
4 ups then.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. I take 3.
Wow. Okay.
3
okay.
damage.
Very nice. For the other Ardboy units.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for a lot of them to swing.
Yeah, for sure. 7 attacking. I kept 7 dudes on the objective, and they have a banner because Karazai could power through.
Yeah, and he counts as 8 right now because
Yeah.
the Vexillor gave +3.
Exactly. So you could take it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 attacking with a champ that is in there. So let's go. Only 6s. 1.
Okay. 1 mortal wound.
Yeah.
And a lot of misses.
Yeah, a lot of misses. Oh, sorry. 5.
5, okay.
Yes.
So 1 mortal and 5 saves on 4 ups.
Yep.
Here we go. But taking 2, 3 more, so I take 6 in total on Karazai. But now the important thing is here that you're stuck in combat, and now you're only 1 attack each per model at this point from now on.
Yeah.
So if I do, well, I'm going to power through as my last action. So I'm going to spend my last command point now in the end of turn because we're done with combats to power through.
Done.
And all I'm going to do with this really is the mortal damage and maybe shuffle a little bit. But I'm just going to do D3 mortals on that unit that is taken the models so far for 3.
Very nice. 5 up ward. Take 3. So
Nice,
2
I killed
dice.
2.
Yeah.
That does it for the turn. I decided to shuffle slightly. I realised that the Brute Ragers are slightly less scary than Brutes because they can't get crit mortals right now. So what I've done is I've shuffled away from these brutes with Karazai, but kept both Boy units in combat.
Yep.
So they are gummed up nicely in the middle there.
Yep.
Karazai is also still wholly within 12 of my Knight-Vexillor, and also the Knight-Vexillor is wholly within 6 of him for the bodyguard -1 attack. So that's about it. So I get to scoring. I have this table quarter comfortably. I have this table quarter comfortably with the birds. And then I have the Gryph Hounds in the back and my long strikes in the back there. So I get my battle tactic, I get my home objective for 1, and then I get the flank objective for 2. So it's 7 all now. Going into a priority roll.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a 3.
And I got a 1.
Interesting. Okay, let's have a quick think about this. I'm taking the double turn.
It's happening.
Yep. I think I can. It's tough to evaluate whether or not I can do enough damage to make this worth it. So it's a bit of a YOLO, but
you did quite decent.
I did decent damage first turn, and I can do a bit more now because Prime can come in and maybe do some damage as well. But the main reason I'm taking it is if I can do some decent damage and I can remove units, then that is just a lot less assets that Karl has for objective taking, battle tactics, that kind of thing. And I think that's quite good right now. I'm not going to be able to do a battle tactic, probably only score 3 points. But hopefully I can lift enough that it makes it worth it.
Yep.
And we'll see if I can.
Yep.
So no battle tactic for me, no places of power. So we'll just go straight into the hero phase. All right, I'm going to start with my Vexillor. He is going to heal 2 units, or hopefully 2 units. Wait, 2 units, perfect.
Woo!
So D3 onto Karazai for 2.
Not
Heals
bad.
2.
Not bad.
And then I have nothing to heal on these Liberators, but I'm going to give them +3 control score. Because they're going to be standing stalwartly on this objective.
Is it healing and control score?
It's really
So
good
it's
to
not
D3
choosing
units. No, it's really good. Yeah.
It's not a bad banner.
Yeah. So that's Karazai healed by 2. Then I'm going to do some casting. And I'm going to cast with my Stormcoven. To start with, I'm going to cast their War Scroll spell to give my Celestant-Prime strike first, so that I get to activate him and Karazai before you get to go, basically. So let's see if it goes off. It does not on a 5. And then secondly, they're going to cast an Emerald Life Swarm to hopefully heal another 3 wounds off of Karazai. On a 6, very, very unbindable.
Yep.
Or
Not if I roll a 3.
Cool, I'll set that up.
My hero phase. I'm not going to counter cast because the only spell I have is 3d6 charge, and it's already on my brutes. I could put it on these guys, but not worth it.
Nope.
So I'm going to rally my big brutes.
Yep.
Because of his heroic trait, it's 3 extra dice.
Nice, you should get 1 back for sure.
I get 1 back.
Okay. I was scared you were going to say none then.
Yep.
With 9
but
dice.
it would look like 2, so that's why.
I've finished moving. I'm going to explain what I've done, but Karl has a pretty important redeploy to do first.
Yeah. I was looking at the light. There's a camera. I'm going to redeploy my Ragers over there.
Yeah, to try and stop the long strikes from shooting, basically.
Yes. If I manage to get a 5, then it's 2 of them shooting.
Yep.
So I think it's worth it because I have command points for the rest and I have 1 spare in my turn. So it's good to try for it.
Yep.
So let's see.
A 2.
Maybe 1 can't shoot then.
Maybe,
so let's see.
Maybe. So after Karl's redeploy, I'll run you through how I've moved. I have moved basically everything up. The long strikes move to be able to shoot those Ragers. They're going to be able to do that now, which is very nice. They're also chilling there for a potential take the flanks later in the game. Then I kept Karazai in combat, obviously. I've moved the Prime up to join the fight. I've moved the Vigilors up so that they can shoot onto both this Boy unit and the unit of Ragers, because I would love to get +1 to hit against both units if I split shooting.
Yep.
Moved my Stormcoven up so that they've got a bit more coverage with their shooting as well. I've moved these Aetherwings up because I know that Karl has the 3d6 counter charge still.
Yep.
I want to shut that down. So
Yep.
I'm just going to send in the 80 points of Aetherwings
Yep.
to fight a unit of 9 brutes.
Yep.
But at least they're not coming into my Liberators here. Liberator? I think that's what they're called.
Something.
Something like that. But they're going to charge to
Yep.
kind of screen out this objective. That's the idea, so that Karl can't get onto this objective with a charge.
Very
They'll
nice.
just stand there.
Yeah. So I redeployed slightly back.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
First I
right.
was gonna redeploy away from them, but I didn't get enough. So then I was like, maybe I'll pile this way. But I decided to go towards them anyway. Not that I'm gonna counter charge because they have running charge, so I could. But if Tom completely whiffs the attack somehow, I want them alive, and
Yep.
then they're away from the prime.
Yep.
So
Lastly, I healed Karazai 3 more health with the Life Swarm. Because
Yes.
his base is so big, I was able to be outside of 9 from you, but still within 3 of Karazai. So he's only got 1 damage on him right now.
that's a
which
good
is
healing combo on
really
him right
good.
there.
Yeah,
He's
really,
not
really
dying
nice.
anytime soon.
Nope. So let's shoot.
Yes.
I'm going to start with the Vigilors. I'm going to put 6 attacks into the Ard Boys. Karl's done an all-out defense on them. I'm going to put 5 attacks into the Ragers and see if I can get +1 to hit against both units.
5 aboard. Nope.
Okay, 1 damage to both. See? Worked out great. So +1 to hit against both
They
those
always
units.
do 1 damage
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly. Always. Just 1 damage always goes through. Next up, I'm going to go with the long strikes, everything into the Ragers.
Shung.
Now they're hitting on 2s, thanks to the Vigilors, but wounding on 3s.
Yeah.
Crit auto
Can't believe
wounds.
you got all of that through.
Yeah, well, watch this. Watch me lift this unit now.
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Hit it on 2s. 1 miss.
Yeah.
Two
Checks out.
auto wounds. Okay. Wounded on 3s.
Oh.
Oh, okay, that wasn't very good at all. No, that was really bad.
Wow.
Look at that.
Whoa.
So 5 at Ren 2, straight through,
Yeah,
right?
10
So
damage.
10 damage. So I kill 3 of them.
Yeah. They're alive.
All right, next I'm going to do Karazai into the Ardboy unit that he's in combat with. Hits on a 2. Wounds on a 3. Misses again. The Prime is going to shoot into the Ragers.
Yep.
On a 2+. Success. 1 mortal wound.
1 more dice.
Lastly, it's the Stormcoven. They're going to shoot into the Ardboy unit that Karazai's in combat with. Just 2 at Rend 1 from them.
Okay. Say both.
Very nice. I think that's it for shooting then.
Yep. I'm
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna
counter shoot
counterpunch,
with
no.
my shaman.
So we'll do some charges then.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to begin by charging with the Celestant-Prime.
Yes.
See what it gets. 7.
Yes.
I'll move him in. All right, he's slammed in. Next, I'm going to charge with this unit of Liberators. They can't fail, in theory, because they're already in combat, basically. So,
Oh, you went into the train.
yeah.
Nice.
So it's an 8.
very nice. Aetherwings.
Next, the Aetherwings are going to try and shut down Karl's counter charge with the
Brutes.
Oh, well, they don't fail because they're next to the terrain.
I was like, what's
It's the one time a double 1 doesn't fail. I'll move them 2 inches.
Yes.
Done.
Done.
That's the kind of important stuff done. Now I'm going to charge with the kind of YOLO charges that don't really matter if they go off, but it's cool if they do.
Yep.
So I'll start with the Vigilors. They're going to try and just get in to try and take this objective. Here they go. 4. Nope, not going to re-roll it. Karazai and the Celestant-Prime are going to get smacking and see how many...
Dish, dish.
how
my
many
hard
they can
boys.
kill.
Yep.
I'm going to start with some combat phase abilities.
Very nice.
So Karazai is going to give -1 attack to the unit that I'm going to be killing,
Yep.
probably.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter anyway, because both units are -1 attack right now anyway. so it
Doesn't matter.
And then he's going to roll 12 dice, and every 5 up is a mortal wound into the smaller unit of our boys.
Very cool. What the hell?
That seems good, doesn't it? Look at that. It's
6?
8.
8? 8 on 12 dice.
8 mortal wounds.
What the?
That's like reverse odds.
yeah,
it was reverse odds.
Complain to my mind. Oh my, what the hell?
Okay, you got 5.
5 or 8? What is going
I don't
on?
know. So you take 3.
So 2
Okay,
die.
so 2 die. Good.
Sure. 3 shield bashes into Karazai.
Yep.
1.
Okay, 1 mortal taken.
And 5 into the Mr. Prime.
Prime.
Mr. Prime.
2. Okay. 5 up ward on the prime.
Yep.
No. Takes 2.
Alrighty.
I'm going to start with Karazai then in the combat phase. So I'll do his talons first.
I'm gonna.
Would you like to all out defense?
Yes. You're not all attacking.
No, because I'm already
Vigil.
+1 to hit, so.
Putting me on 1 command point
I got
for my
4.
turn.
Still.
It's insane.
It's insane.
Yeah, that's what happens when we play those things.
Exactly. Vigilors just save you command points. Yeah. Great. All right, so 6 attacks with his claws.
Yep.
Hitting on 2s. Everything hits. Wounding on 2s. 4
Oh,
at rend 2.
So putting me on 4 ups.
Yep.
2 saves.
So that's 4 damage so far. Then we have his big attacks.
Yep.
3 hits.
Okay.
2 wounds. Rend 3.
Okay. Save 1.
Okay, so that's 4 damage. So 8 damage in total into that arm.
Okay. 5 on ward. Wow. 2 die.
Okay. Good.
Okay,
His
sure.
5 ups from both of us are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And then it's your attack.
8 R-boys sticking into Prime.
In theory, that he can die.
Yeah, I want to do this. 3 mortals.
Okay. But that's it.
And, okay.
3 mortals. All right, 3 5-up wards. No.
Ooh.
He's taken 5. He's half health.
Okay, okay.
All right, well, he's going to hit you back.
Yep.
Let's see what he can do instead. He's on half health, but he doesn't bracket, so that's good. I'm on hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, crit mortals.
Yes, sir.
2s to hit. No 6s, 2 1s.
All right.
2s to wound. 1 1. 3 rend 2 then.
4 ups.
Oh,
All
okay.
through at least.
12 damage then.
Okay. 5 up ward. Oh, just 2.
Okay, so 10, so 5 die.
Oh, 2
Oh,
more.
you need to roll 2 more.
That's why I was. Brutes swinging into the Aetherwings.
Or not.
I mean, you never know. Jesus Christ. Okay.
What?
3.
Brutes are so
It's 6 damage. At
Yeah,
least.
they're dead.
Aetherwing died.
Yeah.
On the wound.
On the wound.
Brutes are so terrible. It's crazy.
You did. Yeah, all right. Yeah, you swung with all of them.
Yeah.
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 They died to the wound.
It's so sweaty. Like if they would have been alive, this would have been so bad.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh, brutes, man. Well,
All right.
I have some hard boys to swing with.
And I have some Liberators to swing
You
with.
go first.
Liberators then. Okay, the Liberators have moved just to tag the Brutes now, just so that they're not getting some free movement. They're just locked in combat. And then I'm going to swing 7 of them, no special weapons, into the tower.
5 up save.
Okay.
So 4 damage.
So 4 damage.
1 guy of my hard boys into the Liberator.
5 up. No. Take a damage.
Ooh, yeah. And then we have 7 into Kronspine.
Kronspine.
Kron-
Karazai.
Karazai, Krondis, something.
Well, that's a lot of 1s.
Well, yeah, it is.
2.
Yeah.
Not rend 2. Rend 1.
Yep.
Save 1. Take 1. That's it for combats.
Yep.
So now I'm going to think about end of turn abilities.
Yep.
So my Celestant-Prime, I've already moved him, and I've moved him because I'm going to power through for a command point. So I've moved him so he's wholly within 12 of my Vexillor,
Yep.
outside of 3 of this Ard Boy unit in the middle.
Well, you have to be.
I have to be, exactly. But still within combat of the 4-man Ard Boy unit, just so that they're not doing anything tricksy. And so they can't rally as well, basically. So the damage onto that Ard Boy unit, which is now going to pull you out of combat if I do any.
Yeah.
So didn't think that one through. 2 damage. 2 5-ups. Oh.
Yeah.
So now you're out of combat. But it's fine because I am too, so I can rally.
Yep.
So that was the trade-off. Because now I'm wholly within... The main reason I want to do this, regardless of whether I keep them in combat, is staying wholly within 12 of the Vexillor to be able to heal him in Karl's hero phase, and also give him +3 control score, potentially. Well, not potentially, definitely. Just to try and threaten that objective there. So that's going to do it for my turn. Obviously, I didn't take a battle tactic, and I currently only hold my home for 1 and a flank for 2. So I only get 3 points. and I didn't quite do what I was hoping to do. I wanted to kill both of those units ideally.
Yep.
But I have definitely put you in a tricky situation with battle tactics and
everything.
Yeah, tying you up and everything. So yeah, all right, let's go. Ironjawz turn 2.
Zoggrok's hero phase. Well, start off. I'm gonna choose Do Not Waver.
Yep.
It's basically the only one I can do.
You can certainly,
shit could happen.
You can certainly fight with 2 units. It's just whether or not a unit dies.
Yes. So we will see how that goes. So, I'm gonna do some casting then. I am gonna do 3d6 charge on Zoggrok.
Okay, cool.
Both went out. Oh, it's a 12, nice.
Oh yeah, was it?
Oh,
Nice.
Well, I need to do this one first.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then we're gonna try and unbind that annoying Emerald Light Swarm.
Yeah,
7.
you get it. Nice.
That's my casting. Would you like... Oh, I'm gonna do a little bit more first.
Okay.
-1 to cast on the
Stormcoven.
Stormcoven.
Yeah, on a 4+.
Nope.
No, okay.
And then Zoggrok is gonna do his thing onto the brutes.
Crit mortals.
Yeah, I get it.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna rally these R-boys.
Yep. +3 dice.
With my last command point. With +3 dice, yeah. See if we can get some. Get 2 back.
2 back. I'm going to use my Vexillor in Karl's hero phase. See D3 units. Just 1. I think Karazai's not too scared right now with the -1 attack. So I'm going to just heal and give +3 control score to the Prime.
Yep.
Heals for 2. So he's got 3 damage taken.
Not bad.
And then lastly, I'm going to rally the Prime. Try and get him to full health again. Which I do. He's full health.
Very nice.
Good stuff. And that's it for my hero phase. So time for movement.
Yep. Back from my movement.
Yeah.
Couldn't do much.
No.
Most stuff are in combat.
Because you don't want to retreat. So.
Yeah. So I just shuffled a bit here. This one though went here.
Oh, you should probably explain why they moved so far.
Yes. They moved so far because in the end of any turn, we did it off camera, the Zoggrok's Ironmongerz, one of their battle traits is that they can move d6 if they take any damage and if they are outside of 9 of enemy units,
And
which they were.
6.
And they got a 6, yeah. So they walked here and then they ran there.
Great.
Basically. And then I made sure that all of the closest shooting are against our boys.
Yeah.
For an unleash.
Yeah, so I can't really kill them with any of my unleashes.
Yeah, and it's like 1 unit from here.
Yes,
So
yeah, exactly.
And they are not killing it.
Nope.
And then, the wizard ran back here. The R-boy is standing here, covering here. And then the brutes, they're in combat.
They're in combat. Yeah.
The mega boss just moved up next to them to get closer. And that's about it.
Cool.
I do have a shooting.
Oh, that's exciting.
So he's
He ran though, right?
Oh, he sure did.
So never mind.
Doesn't he run and shoot?
And I'm not going to shoot. There's no point.
Yeah.
So let's charge.
Let's charge. I'm gonna start with the Gork-Rora.
That's the one.
That's the
Nice,
one.
Nailed it.
Yeah. A 4. That's
Oh.
enough.
Is it? Yeah.
Fuck me. Cool. That's it for my charges.
Nice.
Yeah. Charges completed. Bam. Time for combat abilities.
Yeah.
And I start.
Yes, you do.
So I'm gonna do some shield bashes.
Yes.
We have 7 to do, because that's what I swung with before, and they haven't moved.
That's
so.
true.
And then we have 1 into the...
So 1 into the Liberators. No.
Nah.
And then 7 into Karazai.
Karazai. Okay, 6.
6. 6. 6 damage. I mean, like, normally I'd be kind of mad at that. But now, like, he's just powered up, so...
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Good roll.
Yeah. 6/5 plus on 7 dice.
Now it's my combat abilities.
Yes.
So I'll -1 attack then.
Yeah.
So they're -2 attacks, which means they have no attacks.
Oh shit.
And then I'm going to roll 20 dice. And then I'm going to roll... You just rolled 6 out of 7. I'm going to roll 19 out of 20.
Very nice.
Mortal wounds.
Very nice. But then I'm going to award 18 of them.
Exactly. 20 dice, every 5 up is a mortal.
Very nice.
Boys. 1.
What is the math in this game, man?
1.
Look at me now awarding
What?
it.
No, you take a damage.
Okay, I'll take it. My Gorkarora!
Yep.
Gonna swing into some shooty boys.
Go right ahead. I'm not going to all out defense. 4 ups.
Yep.
Save 1.
D3.
Kills a Longstrike.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with the Liberators next, and that means I'm going to put 5 of them into the Yard Boys. I'm going to put one special weapon and 2 regular guys into the tower, and then 1 guy into the Brutes. The Brutes took 1 damage, the tower took 2, and the Yard Boys took 0 from the Liberator swing. That was over to you.
Yep. Brutes attacking. 5 Ard Boys. Nope. 5 Brutes.
That's the one.
The bigger ones. Swinging into the Liberators.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Got some 6s at least, so that's quite nice.
So 5 ups.
Yep.
None.
Wow.
So that's
18 damage.
1 left alive with 1 wound.
Okay. What did I say last turn? That they didn't do anything?
Yeah, exactly. All right, it's Karazai time. Unfortunately, I wish he'd taken 1 more damage because then he'd have +2 attacks, but he's only got +1. I'm spending my last command point
aggressively.
This is such a dumb idea, and I'm really going to regret it on an all-out attack.
Nah, it's fine. It's only like 20 attacks each. Each.
Each. I hope not.
It's only 20 attacks.
So his claws hitting on 2s.
Yep.
4 misses.
Okay.
Wounding on 2s. 1 miss. 2
Okay.
at red 2.
Okay. Oh, both through
That's
at least.
4 damage.
Okay.
And then
Keeps
he has,
being 4 damage on this attack.
5 attacks. On
Yep.
2s. Everything hits.
Oh, shit.
This is a good one.
Yep.
2s. Oh, come on.
Ooh.
3 at Ren 3.
All right. Save 1.
So that's 8 damage. That's 12 damage total.
Again.
That could have been so much better.
Yep.
That should have been so much better.
5 aboard.
Oh my god.
Oh
what
my god.
Somebody
3
help.
die. 17 Ard Boys swinging.
Yeah.
But only 1 attack each and no crit mortals.
Yep. Force to hit.
Force, yeah. And then 3 to 5.
5 4 ups. Saving 2. Taking 3.
All right. That's it for the combat.
Yep.
My brutes are still in combat.
Yep. No units died.
Everything is still in combat that was in combat, and nothing died, and I killed nothing.
No, but
But it
you
doesn't
did-
matter.
you
It
did
doesn't
damage.
matter.
Yeah.
I did damage. Yeah, so I score my battle tactic, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing has taken damage that lets me move d6,
Mm-hmm.
and I hold 2 objectives.
Yeah.
So that gives me another 7.
7 points.
Yeah.
Not
7
bad.
to 7
Yeah.
to 7 to 7.
Well, no, I got 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you are actually in the lead right now.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Roll off.
Let's roll off.
Yeah. A 6.
Oh. A 3. Interesting.
Interesting. I've had a little thought about it, and I'm taking a double.
Exciting.
We'll see what I can do with it, but I feel like I need to take it. I need to breathe. I feel like it's just so much. I have a potential killing Karazai,
Yeah.
which I like,
Yeah. I
Like,
get that for sure.
basically.
Yeah, it's
him-
all thanks to those 6 mortals.
If I give you the turn, he's alive for the rest of the game because he can retreat and heal up and do whatever. So,
Yeah.
like, I need to have a
This is
chance
a
to
shot.
kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, since you did 6 damage to him with the shield bashes.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he's at a health point now that you could kill him. So,
Yeah.
I
So
get
we're
that.
gonna try that.
I wish I could finest hour still in your turn,
Yes.
but I can't do that.
No. I'm gonna start by doing 3d6 charge on my ragers here.
Yes.
On an 8.
Try and unbind. Oh, you got it.
Cool. Then we're going to spend 1 command point, putting me on 3 to rally some Ard boys.
1 back. Wow, okay.
Okay.
Bit of a whiff.
Yeah. Zoggrok.
Mm-hmm.
He's unfortunately I made a mistake, so he's outside of 12 of the Ard boys.
Of the big unit.
The big unit. I'm going to put it on the Ragers.
Okay, nice.
Yep, I get it.
Nailed it. You got your tower.
I got my tower. -1 to cast on the Stormcoven.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay, over to me then.
Yep.
So I'll start with my Vexillor.
Yep.
See how many units he can hit. 3.
Very nice.
So he'll be picking the Celestant-Prime, he'll be picking Karazai, and he'll be picking the Vigilors. And he heals 4. 3.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
And then I'm going to spend 1 command point, and I'm going to attempt to get a fight first
Yeah.
on Karazai with my Stormcoven.
That would be cool.
It would be very nice. It's a 4. It's a 10.
Oof.
So a 9.
9. You get it.
Oh, I get it. That's great.
That's very cool.
That's really good. So Karazai's fight first.
So I will go into movement then.
Yeah.
Back from me movement.
Yep. Very nice.
They auto-ran over here.
The Rages.
And everything moved in. Basically, it's time. It's time to swing or go home.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
Or both.
I'm not shooting anything because he can do quite decent damage. Like, okay. He can spike, which I don't want to kill that
You don't
one.
want to kill him. No.
And I don't want to damage him one.
No.
And I would attack him, but he was too far out.
Yeah, the Prime.
To
Well, you
cover
could
the
have
objective.
moved. Yeah, exactly. You could have moved in range to shoot the Prime, but then this objective, you wouldn't have been able to screen it out. So I would have been able to
Exactly.
teleport to it.
Yeah, so I did measure like 9 to cover from teleports and so
Yeah.
on, but then it wasn't enough. I needed.
No,
It was
so
30.
he's not going to shoot, and I'm not going to shoot.
Yeah.
So
So I'm going to charge.
Charge.
Yeah.
Go for it.
We start over here with the Ragers. They're in.
There's a 12.
That should do it. And we're going to start with this guy.
Yep.
Asking the mega boss.
A 9.
A 9. Old boy, big boss. A 9. Zoggrok. A 7.
Well, no, we're getting some glare in some certain angles on the dice cam.
Oh, okay. That's
But it's totally fine.
nothing we can do about it.
Old boys. I had a brain.
So much computing going on in your mind right
I had
now.
a complete brain
Oh
fart.
my
Holy
God.
shit. Some combat abilities.
Yeah.
We're gonna do shield bash over here
Yep. Into the Prime.
into the prime. 3.
Cool. 5 up ward. Saving 2. Taking 1.
Nice. And then we'll do all of them into Karazai.
Yeah, does he get the +1 on these ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 4, 4, 4.
4. Yeah. So that's my combat abilities. I'm going to start by doing Karazai's mortal wounds into the Ard boys. So it's 17 dice now, every 5 up. Last time it was 1 damage.
Yep.
This time it's better, but 4 damage
Okay.
this time.
Not bad.
Yeah, so 4 mortal wounds. If you want to do your wards.
Yep. Ward 2.
2, so 1 dies. And then I will give -1 attack to your big boss
My big boss, yes.
there as well, because they're already -1 attack.
Of course.
Yeah. And then I have fight first, so I get to
So
swing.
do I.
Oh, you do? Of course. Yeah, go ahead.
So my 2 Brute Ragers
Yep.
would strike first when they charge. I'm gonna swing into these guys.
Yep.
And they are crit mortals.
Nice. Good luck.
Thank you. Well, that's 6 mortals
Okay. And 1 hit.
in 1 hit. 2 up and 1 save. And
Okay. 4 up? No. So 8
8
damage.
damage.
So they have 1 wound left.
Nice. Now Karazai strike first.
Now it's my strike first, and he's fully charged.
Yes.
So the question is, am I all out defensing him? Or
That's
am I
the
doing an
question.
all-out attack again?
That's the question. Just nuke them.
Just going to nuke them. You can't do damage to me if they're all dead. That's my thinking.
That's very true. That is very true.
So Karazai, all-out attack, everything into these Ard boys. 8 attacks now with his claws, hitting on 2s. 3 misses. Wounding on 2s. 2 misses.
Oh my god.
3 at Ren 2.
So putting me on 4-ups, saving 1.
So 4 damage again.
That's literally
Every single time. Right, now the ones that matter. All hit.
Just like last time. 3 to
2s.
2 as well, okay.
All wound.
Wow, okay.
Ren 3.
Very nice.
6 of them.
6 of them. Okay. I say 1.
So that's 24 damage in total.
Okay. 24
damage.
5 up wards. 1 went down and 1 more.
Reroll
down
that one, yeah, there you go. Okay.
8 die.
8 die.
Yep.
That's not bad actually.
No, not at all. My mega boss is fighting next.
-2 attacks.
Yes. Into Karazai. 4s and 2s. 3.
Any crit mortals or anything?
No.
3. Rend?
Rend 1, of course, because it's a mega boss.
Rend 1.
Should be Rend 2.
That's
but
brutal. It should be Rend 2.
Games Workshop,
Yeah.
you're probably not watching, but Rend 2!
4 ups.
Yeah.
No.
That's all I needed, because now he can't get positive save modifiers and is 1 less save,
Nice.
because artifact. And he also takes 6 damage.
Yeah, and is on 1 health remaining. So
All right.
it doesn't really
Okay.
matter.
Okay. Just 6 6s.
6 6s, that's all we need. Okay, I have piled the prime now to swing. Karazai has 1 health left. If on the off chance that I spike stupendously, I can kill these before they swing, and then Karazai lives.
Yep.
And that would be incredible.
That would be incredible, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm going to try my best anyway. So as we were saying, 6 6s with the prime, and yeah, I mean, that would be great.
Yeah.
24 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
Into this unit of Ardboys.
Yep.
2 6s. 2's to wound. 1 at Rend 2.
4 up. Goes through.
That's 12 damage in total.
Okay. 5 up ward for me.
Yep. Nice. Every goddamn time.
3 die.
3 die.
Yep. My manifestation.
Yeah, I just swung with the
Yeah.
Guy and he did nothing. So now it's the
The Bruce
manifestation.
swung as well, and it's just 1 guy left.
Yeah, we just did that off camera because it was like a million attacks and yeah. A Liberator
guy.
died.
Yeah, Liberator died. But now my Gork Rora
Yes.
is gonna swing into the Liberator.
Yeah, not
The
a
long
Liberator.
strike. 2
Yeah.
up, 3.
Good.
4 up, 2.
Wow.
Rend 1.
I thought you said no Rend. Oh, it's
No,
Rend
there's
1.
Rend
1
one,
goes
yeah.
through, so he dies then.
Yeah, okay.
You got him.
I'm gonna start with the Ardboys. So it's only 5.
5
6 with a
attacks.
champ.
4s and 3s.
Yeah.
Never know.
I mean, he can survive,
He could survive.
easily, yeah. 4.
Oh,
3.
no.
3 of them. Rend 2 essentially then, and
So
no
5
positives.
ups then.
Yeah.
So I need to make 3 5 ups for
Yeah.
him to live.
Yeah.
Nah,
All right.
only 1. He takes 2.
He takes
He
2.
goes down.
He's down. Now Zoggrok himself gets to fight.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna swing in with his ward smasher chopper.
Yep.
A lot
And he
of-
needs to hit.
It's a heavy name, and he needs to hit. He needs A4 plus.
Yes.
I get
Success. So no more ward on the Celestant-Prime. I've
No.
all out defensed.
2. Yeah, okay. 2 ups. Okay.
Rend.
That is Rend 2.
Rend 2.
Yeah.
Save 1.
3 damage. And then his skull crushing basha. 4 ups. Hit 2. 2 ups. Hit 2. Rend 2. Rend 1.
3 ups.
Oh, that's another 4 damage.
Okay.
Old boy, big boss turn.
He's got 2 wounds left.
7 attacks on this little guy.
Yep.
4 ups. Oh, okay, sure.
1.
1. Rend 1.
A 3 up.
Our boys are gonna pile. We're back from the combat phase,
Yeah.
which a lot happened.
I lost about 1,200 points in 1 turn. So
Yeah, there wasn't very good save rolls, that's for sure. No.
I didn't make a single save.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a battle tactic because I didn't pick one because I took a double.
Yep.
But I do hold all objectives as
5 points.
5, exactly. 5 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Because 6 if you have to have that one. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Cool.
Well, we'll figure this out,
Yep.
I guess. Somehow. I think this game is decided at this point, So if you want to just skip to the end for the wrap-up, feel free.
But we're gonna
But we're going to play it out just to
'Cause
see
you should
how much I
always
can
do
score.
that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to play an army, you should always play games out to the end.
Yeah,
If
because
you want to, you know, if you're playing a team tournament, you always want to play games out to the end.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can still score a decent amount of points this game.
Yeah.
I'm just probably not going to win.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, when you have few models to work with, few units to work with, that's when you
Exactly.
kind of like cross-check all your rules
Yeah.
and kind of pull stuff out of your hands. So-
Exactly. Let's try and figure stuff out.
Yep.
I have won games that I've been like really far behind on, and then you get in and you get like a draw on points,
Yep.
but then you win the minor because you got like one more BT than your
Yeah.
opponent or something, and it does.
And also,
happen.
like, your opponent can sometimes get, really confident because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, the board state is so good for me, and then
Exactly.
they make a mistake, and you like
Yeah.
completely scissoring the whole thing.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, for sure.
All right.
With
so
that said, yeah.
With that said, I'm going to take Do Not Waver for this turn. So I need to fight with 2 units and no units die.
Yep.
Should be doable.
Yep.
In theory.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 place of power
Okay.
with this guy
Yep.
because he's not a wizard 2 anymore.
Ah, right. Yeah, because it doesn't have enough in the range.
Yeah, so
Right.
we'll do it on.
Oh, okay.
He takes 1.
One, okay.
His ward. Yes, he
All right.
wards it onto the
So you
armboard.
only have 1 unbind.
Yep.
So I have 2 casts still because I'm contesting the objective. So I'm going to start by casting -1 to wound
Yep.
on this unit of our boys here. Just to make it a bit more safe to go into. On a 9.
Very nice. You can have that.
Yep. And then I'll go for a Gnashing Jaws. On a 9.
Well, I'll try that one. On an
All
8.
right, so I'll set up the Jaws. And then my Vexillor is going to give D3 units some control score. 3 units. So
Nice.
if the Vigilors are in range, he'll pick them, but it is only these 3 units that can do it anyway. So +3 control score to those 3 units.
Nice. So we're gonna spend that on a rally on my art boys here.
Yep. 9
Now we
dice.
can see what we can do though. So
10
it's
dice, I guess.
3 extra from art boy big boss and 3 extra from him as well. So
Oh, really?
So,
Do
yeah.
a stack?
yeah.
And then 1 for the trumpet.
right.
Oh.
2 back
2 back.
and heal that wound. Well, that was
A little bit lackluster.
yeah. I
So
don't,
hyped, I was like 6 back.
but I
No.
couldn't get much anyway. I think because coherency. So.
True, true. Okay, I've moved. I need to try and get Do Not Waver. So I've just moved up 3 units that can potentially do it here. The Gryph Hounds are staying at the back kind of intentionally. I mean, one battle tactic that I'm probably going to need to try and get this game is take the flanks. There isn't really a battle tactic that they're going to give me otherwise
No.
in this game. So
Yeah.
they may as well just stay there. Like, I don't want to risk pushing them up and then not being able to take the flanks later.
Yep, makes sense.
They've moved up, and then I've brought back, spent 1 command point to bring back 5 Liberators to try and nail a 9-inch charge. If I get this, I'll potentially score a 10-point turn still, and then be in the lead.
Taking the lead, yeah.
Yeah, but
And still being underdog.
and still being underdog. But for how long, right?
Yeah.
But first we'll shoot. So what I'm going to do is just try and whittle down this unit of hard boys here.
Yes, sir.
Makes my charges a bit longer, but I can charge your big boss as well potentially. So I'm going to put all of the shooting from the 5 Vigilors into this hard boy unit. So 1 damage from the Vigilors into them, so +1 to hit against
That's all
them
you
now.
need. They always do 1 damage.
Then I'll do the Stormcoven into the same unit.
yeah.
3 damage. 1 dice.
I am gonna pick this guy to make his charge 10-inch instead.
Yeah, from the jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'll do some charges and see if I can do this battle tactic.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks. All right, so I'm going to start charging. The charge order is a bit risky because I have 1 reroll.
Yeah.
So I need to kind of go with the ones that are most likely or most needed. And that is basically the Vigilors and the Stormcoven.
Yeah.
Because they're the most likely to get in from a battle tactic and also the most likely to not die.
Yep.
There is a chance that I send in the Vexillor if he can make a charge onto the terrain feature and take this objective. If he can't, then he'll probably not go in combat, providing the other 2 make it in. And then I've got the 9-inch lastly with them, and if I haven't used the command point up to that point, then I'll use it there to try and get into the Shaman. So I'll start with, let's start with the Stormcoven and see how they do. A 6.
Yeah, okay.
Should be enough.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I just said that I was going to do the Stormcoven and the Vigilors first, but I do sort of want to leave room for the Jaws. And also, if the Vigilors get a low roll, they're going to have to get in combat with the big boss. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to go with the Vexillor next. It looks like he needs about a 7, at a guess, maybe an 8.
Yeah.
We'll see what he gets.
Well,
A
that will
9.
do it. That does.
That's great. Yeah, so we'll get him in. That's
Even-
my battle tactic, basically.
And even on the objective, I think. So.
Yeah. So now I'll just go for the Jaws.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It needs a 10 to get in. 9, unfortunately. So it doesn't get it. Should have gone with them then.
Yeah. Well, now's the time.
Exactly. So I'm probably not going to go with the Vigilors. I'm just going to go with these Liberators.
Because they don't have shooting combat, right?
No, they can't shoot in combat. So the Liberators. No. Let's spend a command point.
Yep.
I've just got to go for the big plays
Yeah,
anyway at this
for
point
sure.
when you're down.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 anyway, so they don't make it.
All right.
All right, that's it for charges. You can't counter-charge.
Nope.
So then there's
No
no
combat.
combat abilities.
I do have with my
Oh
shield
yeah,
bash.
shield bash,
Yeah.
of course.
So here's 6 dice.
Yep. 1.
1,
Okay.
2.
2.
Yeah.
Stormcoven swinging in. I don't have a command point, but they're +1 to hit because the Vigilors did damage to you.
5 at ward. Ward
3.
Okay.
Cool, 1 dies.
Yeah.
Nice.
5 Orboy swinging and a boss, so 11 attacks.
Yeah, just need them to not die.
Yeah, 4s and 3s.
Okay, good, they're alive.
1. 1. 3s. All right,
You're
we
rolling
go.
like me now.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
5 up. And I'm rolling like you. A 6.
1 at 11.
All right, so they're fine.
Oh, and you saved it. Oh, not
Yeah.
even a single damage.
No,
Okay,
they're
cool.
good.
Cool.
That's it then for the turn. I swung with the Vexillor, did 2 damage to the tower. That's my battle tactic done, do not waver. And I hold my home objective and a flank objective.
Yep.
So in total I get 7 points. Which
Sweet.
means you're now ahead by 2,
Yeah.
going into a prior roll.
I got a 5.
I got a 5, so
Ooh.
your choice.
Well, I will take it then.
It makes a lot of sense. I think you table me basically,
Yeah.
except for maybe a Liberator unit. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see what you can do.
Zoggrok's Ironmongerz are going to go ahead and take the turn.
Yep.
And we're going to do Cunning Approach, I think it's called. So I'm going to pick this guy out of combat. Going to be in combat with the Stormcoven and they need to be dead.
They need to die this turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to do Zoggrok's Crit Mortals on the Mega Boss.
Cool.
Reroll. He gets it.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we're going to try and rally down here on the Ragers.
Yeah.
So 6 dice.
Nice.
Well, I get 1 back.
Very nice.
I almost get 2 back.
Almost.
Put that here.
Bit of extra movement.
Exactly. And I don't have anything to cast because nothing is in range. Yeah, basically.
Yep.
So that's it for my hero. Oh, my tower.
Yeah.
I'll do -1 to cast on
Yeah,
your
makes sense.
Stormcoven. I get it.
Nice. Yeah, that makes it a bit trickier for me.
So that's
All
what
right.
we'll do. Yeah.
So then over to me.
Yeah.
My Vexillor will heal the Stormcoven. Well, D3 units, just 1. He'll do it on the Stormcoven,
Yeah.
just to heal them. Yeah, they're full health.
Very nice.
And then, even though I'm -2 to cast if I do this, I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to try and chance a strike first
Yeah.
with my Stormcoven.
Yeah.
So I need a 9 on the dice. Ah,
Well,
so it's a 10.
here we go.
Oh.
6. Oh.
So it goes off. So
Yeah.
Stormcoven a strike first.
I did forget one thing, because I can't cast anything, but I'm gonna try and unbind.
Yeah, you may as well, the
the
jaws,
Gnashing
yeah.
Jaws.
Yeah, you do.
On a 10.
Yep, nice.
Yeah, that's it for our hero faces, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Into movement then. So we shuffled around a little bit.
Yep.
All of my stuff on this southern objective, for me at least, I'm gonna charge.
Yeah.
And just
kill.
hit stuff.
Yeah.
The brutes are gonna charge into this.
Vexillor,
Banner bearer,
yeah.
the Vexillor. First I was like, I'm not gonna kill him because he's a general's entourage, but then it is turn round
4.
5 after this, so,
Yeah.
and I have this terrain piece to take,
Yeah, if I take the
so I can nuke him.
Or mine.
Or yours, yeah.
Yeah.
So no problem killing him.
Yeah.
They auto-ran for 1 command point. Did a nice little redeploy.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 on the redeploy.
Yeah.
So I managed to pull, so it's an 11-inch charge now.
Yeah.
And then also take this objective,
Yeah,
which is nice.
yeah, it is.
It's nice providing you fail that charge. Then it's good for me. But
Yes. It only gives me 1 less point, but
it's good for me.
it's
in my
good for
turn,
Tommy in
yeah.
his turn, yes. Then I'm gonna shoot with my little shaman
Yeah.
into the crossbows,
The
or
Vigilors.
the bows, the
Yeah.
Vigilors. 3 hits.
Okay. Hitting on 2s is nice.
2s and 4s. So
Cool.
2, no rend.
Okay, so 3 up. Fell both.
D3, 4.
Okay, 2 die.
It's my puke. Then we will do some charging.
Yep.
And I'll start with,
With the 11-inch.
I'm gonna start with my mega boss.
Okay.
6. That should be enough.
Yep.
Zoggrok is
Yep.
charging.
7.
He's
Slamming
in.
in.
He's slamming in.
Nice.
Boys charging.
Yep.
Also slamming in
To the Vigilors.
to the Vigilors. Brutes charging. Oh, the normal brutes.
Yeah.
Move them in, please.
Yes.
Then for the fun one,
The fun one, the one that matters.
there's a 12-inch on this one. Boom. No.
9. If you'd rolled an 11 then, you would have been so sad.
Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go.
11-inch charge with the Ragers.
Yeah. It was a 5. Oh! We're doing a reroll. We're doing it.
Okay. One at a time.
One at a time. Oh!
a 5.
It's good! Okay.
All right.
Hold your horses. Any counter charge from you?
No, I'm good. Shield bash.
Yes. 5 of them into the Coven dudes.
Yep.
For 1.
Okay. I'm glad I healed them.
Yeah. 6 of them into the Vigilors. 1.
Okay. Okay, I strike first on my Stormcoven. I just had a quick think. I could go all in on the big boss. You know what? I'm going to go all in on the big boss.
There we go.
Because, like, there's a chance that I don't kill him, and in theory, it's better to kill some hard boys because that is actually less damage then that I
Yeah.
will be taking. But that's not the all-in
But
play.
you do force my hand to do an all defense.
I do because
and I'm hitting on 4, so you never know.
exactly. So I'm going to do all the Stormcoven into the big boss. It's 9 attacks. I am going to save for an all-out defense this time though.
Yeah.
I'm not
okay.
going to do the Karazai.
Not a Karazai move.
The
yeah.
Karazai play again. So this will be hitting on 3s.
And I will do an all defense.
Okay, you didn't need that. Don't worry about it. I've hit with 4 of them.
Okay.
Now I just need to wound with them all.
Yep.
I do.
Nice.
So 4 at round 1.
So 3 ups.
Oh, okay. Only 1. 2 damage.
Okay.
There was a chance.
There was a chance, indeed.
All right. Your swing.
I'll do these boys.
Fail 4 of them, so 2 die. So 1 wound left in that unit.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with the Vexillor. May as well. Question
Yep.
is, do I try and kill the tower? No. We'll try and kill some brutes.
4 ups. Save both.
Nice. Good stuff.
Then we'll do the brutes back.
All right, the brutes toasted the Vexillor to no one's surprise, and then I swung with my Vigilor and it did nothing.
Yeah.
So then it's just your stuff on the Stormcoven to see if you can get your battle
The
tactic.
mega boss is gonna. We want to see those 6s.
I'm going to all-out defense,
And he has 9 attacks now.
and I'm going to pray.
Proper beast.
Yep.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Only 6s. Only 1.
And not many hits.
Wow, very few.
Okay. Okay.
2 ups.
3.
3. So 3 around 1.
3 ups. 1 goes through. 4 damage.
4 damage.
So 1 dies and 2 wounds taken on the unit.
Or, well, yeah, the mega boss didn't do much.
Yeah.
Because they have run 1 for some reason.
Yep.
But our boys. 5 of them swinging. 3 up. To wound. 3. Ran 1.
3 up saves. Take 1.
1
more
damage.
dice. So we've got 3 wounds left in the unit, and Zoggrok has to do it.
It's time for the general himself.
Can he do 3 damage to the Stormcoven? It's
I
your battle,
hope so.
It's your battle tactic, so...
I mean, he almost nuked the Celestial himself. So
No, that's true.
Hopefully he can do that.
Yeah.
But here we go. 4s and 2s with the skull. Now we'll do this.
Do the
ward
damage
smash
3
then.
ones first, yeah.
Ward smash. Here we go. 4s and 2s. Oof, both hits.
Oh, that's good. All right, I think it's over.
2 up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ran 2 on that one.
4 ups. First one, fail.
3
Second one,
damage.
fail.
6 damage.
All right. I had no doubt.
Yeah,
You know.
he's a beast. I like him.
If I was trying to do that battle tactic right now, in your place, I'd be sweating buckets. But for you, it's just casual.
Casual death. Okay, the combat phase is finished and time to score up. I hold 2 objectives. The flank
So
ones, so
4
4
points.
and
Yeah.
then 4 for the battle tactic. So 8
8.
points.
8-point turn.
Yeah. And then it's your go.
So you're ahead by 10 currently.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's me. Cool.
Very
And
nice.
you're out of command points.
I sure am.
I can tell you now I'm going to score 10 points and
I
tie the
know,
game. So,
I know.
But then it's over. All right, so let's do turn 4.
Yep.
I've got 2 units left. And how many units do you need to take the flanks? 2.
2.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to score 10 points.
Very
I'm going
nice.
to take the flanks.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the end of turn.
Yeah.
All right, that's it, end of turn. I have moved off the objective here to take the flanks on this side with the Liberators, taking the flanks over on the other side with the dogs. That's what their sole purpose was this game. And then I purposefully retreated with the Vigilor to kill him because I didn't want Karl to just get some free movement.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter.
No.
But so I score 10. I
Very nice.
have my home, your home, that's 6, and then the battle tactic for 10 points.
Very cool.
So there's a roll off for turn 5. You got a 5. I got a miss. I got a 5.
Oof.
So it's your choice.
Well, I will keep the order.
Yep.
Ironjawz or Zoggrok Ironmongerz, turn 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take their lands
Yep.
and no places of power.
Nope.
So he's gonna do 3d6 charge on that one because I made boo-boo all game to not be in range of the stuff that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, get it.
Yep. I can't unbind, so.
Oh, and it's a 7. I got, so that's nice.
Mhm.
Gonna try and rally these to
On the Ragers.
close the distance
No,
into
makes sense.
into those guys. I
Yeah,
do get
good,
one back.
nice.
Yeah,
That gives you an extra sort of 2-inch, 3-inch movement, so.
yeah.
Nice.
And then gonna do crit mortals on the Arboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then this one is gonna do 1d6 charge on the.
Nice.
That's it.
Good stuff.
So the movement is finished.
Yep.
Megaboss is taking the terrain and the enemy home territory.
Mm-hmm.
They're just stacking up here with Zoggrok hanging around. I ran with the Ardboy. Well, I actually just walked with Ardboy Big Boss up here to put these in range of his
Yeah, +2
field
move.
sergeants.
Mhm.
They're moving up there. 3d6 charge on the Ardboys here to
Yeah.
maybe do something.
Yeah, it's quite a long one, but it's doable.
Yeah. And then they auto-ran for a command point, the Ragers.
Yep.
So they're gonna charge in. They only have ran 1, so yeah.
Yeah. I chanced to redeploy and got a 1.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
So
In
yeah,
my finest hour,
exactly.
I got a 1.
Exactly. So time for charges.
Yep.
I will start with the Brute Ragers.
They're the one you need.
Yep.
Double 1. Oh, okay.
That's a
there
6. That's another 6.
we go. You get 12.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want to do with my other brutes as well then.
Yeah.
Here we go. There's a 4. This is 3.
7.
Nah,
Nah,
it's
not gonna make it. No. They need a 9.
9. All right, we'll re-roll that. Here we go. 9. 5.
Oh, another 7. Okay.
Odd
Then
boys. 3 dice.
3d6.
Ooh.
13. Is it enough?
We don't know. It's a 12. Yeah, that's enough.
I think it's just enough. It's exactly what you needed.
It's exactly 13.
That was my one shot here. Like, if you hadn't have made that, I actually had some plays, but... Saved by the charges, as per usual.
Saved by the charges. I'm gonna start fighting with the Brute Ragers.
I'm going to all out defense.
Because they have strike first, so I have to.
You're going to all out attack?
I am all attacking with them, yeah. 3 attacks apiece. Swinging.
Threes and-
4s and 2s.
But you all out attacked.
Oh yeah, 3s and 2s.
3s and 2s.
Yeah.
3 ups. 1 goes through.
Okay, 2 damage.
Kills 1. Okay, 1 Liberator died. Now I'm going to swing back into the Yard Boys.
Yep.
2 Mortals.
1 die. Then they're swinging back.
Yep. 3 plus saves. 1 more dice.
That was it for the combat. Basically, 2 Ard Boys died, 1 Ard Boy died, and 2 Liberators died.
Yep.
That was it. Very, very stale
uneventful.
combat. Yeah, very uneventful.
But yeah, you unfortunately take that objective off me,
Yeah.
which is a real shame. If you'd failed that charge, I actually had a chance to tie or make it a minor victory,
Yeah.
which would be well worth playing for. But yeah, you made that 13-inch charge there,
Yeah.
sealed it,
Yeah.
basically. All right.
Indeed, I do get my battle tactic and I hold all objectives.
Yeah,
So, yeah, 5, 10 points.
10 points.
Yep. There is a slight chance in heaven.
Okay, watch this. I can score a 10-point turn. In theory, I can score a 10-point turn. But a lot has to go right.
Yeah,
and it's ridiculously unlikely. So the play is, I'll just talk you through it and then we'll just play it out and see if it happens. I can retreat with these Liberators. I'm the underdog right now, so my units have +2 control score. So I can retreat with them onto this objective. If they only take 1 damage from the retreat, I take the objective. So that's 5 points for me there. My battle tactic is slay the entourage. The order one. Slay the tyrant.
Yeah.
And I need to kill this mega boss with 6 Gryph Hounds. But
I
if
don't have command points.
You don't have any command points, so no all-out defense, no redeploy. If I manage to do both of those things, I score 10 points and tie the game.
Yeah. Very cool.
So we'll see.
All right.
Do it. But there's nothing in the hero phase for either of us, so I'm just going to roll the Liberator retreat, because that's kind of like 5 points of this turn anyway.
Yeah.
So, they take 2. And they retreat.
They have no
there.
ward.
And now they're 4 and you're 4.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, I don't take the objective.
But we do want to see that combat.
But we will still see the combat with the Gryph Hounds. So I'll move them in and then we'll do that combat and then we can summarise it.
Yep.
All right, the charge we've been waiting for, the Gryph Hounds. 10.
They make it in.
They're going in. I've got an all-out attack as well. All right.
Has anyone ever done an all-out attack on Gryph
All-out
Hounds?
attack, 6 Gryph Hounds into a big boss. Let's see what they can do. Okay, 24 attacks from these Gryph Hounds.
What's the problem?
4s and 4s. So 3s and 4s.
Oof.
3s to hit. Oh my god. So bad. 4s to wound.
Oh.
In theory, he can
Technically
die.
enough, yeah.
Technically, if you fail every save. If he didn't have a save, he'd be dead.
Yeah. But I
he's
do
got
have
a,
it.
He's got a 3-up save.
Yeah.
All right.
Take 1.
Yeah, he takes 1. He's fine. All right. So that I can't hold that objective regardless now.
Nope.
And I failed my BT.
Yeah.
And I don't get this objective. So it could have been a 10-point turn. Actually, a 0-point turn. That's it. That's the end of the turn. End of the game. You win by 10 points in the end because I didn't manage to score anything in the last turn. So.
Yeah.
Good game.
Good game. See you in the wrap-up.
That's it.
That's the game.
Game over. Another win for you.
Another win for the Ironjawz.
Yes.
They lost last time, maybe. I can't remember.
I don't
Against
remember.
you,
But yeah, a good game overall, I think. It was quite similar, I suppose, to the previous game we played, actually, that turn 3 prio was quite a big deal.
Yeah.
You getting the double there is what killed me.
And managed to do that much damage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'd kept priority there, I was feeling pretty confident.
Oof, yeah. It would have been sweaty for sure if you won that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that turn 3 prio once again was the deciding factor, same as the Nighthaunt versus Caradron game that we played.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
But it was a fun game,
good
yeah.
game.
How did you feel about Stormcast? First time?
Pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
Like they feel quite similar to kind of playing Sylvaneth, really. Like it goes well while stuff lives.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound stupid.
Yeah.
But then when things start to die, it doesn't go well.
Yeah. Sounds like every army.
Well, but the thing is, there are armies that can recover from that, right? You're playing
Yeah.
Tzeentch, you're playing Gits, you're playing like recursion armies. Like I can bring back one unit, but apart from that, if Karazai goes down, it's a big deal. It's the same as like losing Alariel or losing.
Sure. But she comes back. So.
Yeah, she comes back either. Yeah.
But no, yeah, for sure, because it's a very, it's few units, and all of the units do so much.
Yes.
So it's like you actually lose something when you lose a unit.
Yes, exactly. You don't really have anything that you can throw away except for the Aetherwings and the Gryph Hounds. They're your scoring units. But everything else is kind of like, if you take them away, there's not many units left in this army.
For sure.
How do you think the Ironjawz performed overall?
It was good, but I think that was very much related to the battle plan, honestly. Only infantry, and now I was lucky enough to have a field sergeant because you had 2 drops. If I didn't have a field sergeant, I would struggle a lot more. Battle plan.
The battle plan was actually really good for you.
Very good
in hindsight, because it was short edge deployment as well.
Yes,
so you could be in the middle and string and keep your Ard boys together.
Yeah.
If we played 4 objectives, like the similar one that we played last battle report, but on a long edge deployment, then you would struggle to keep your army together. So the battle plan helped a lot in this one for sure.
For sure, and I think that unfortunately, it's a super fun list to play, and I would tell anyone to play it. But it's very battle plan heavy. So if you go to a tournament and you're gonna go like a 6 objective mission or long end, it's gonna be tough because you want them together. And if you manage to stay together, you saw it, they're super tanky. Like they just tank everything. But
I wish my Liberators had a 5-up ward. That would be great.
Yeah.
I didn't get a single opportunity really during the game to use my artifact to give the 5-up ward out.
No.
We were just discussing this, and it's a great artifact, but it's quite hard to do, especially if your opponent's like getting a double.
Yeah.
You can only use it in your hero phase. Yeah. Maybe there was an opportunity if I'd won that prior to turn 3 to potentially put it on a hero or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or potential when you double, but would have thought about it before. So sacrifice the bird, get the double, and then put it on. But
it's still you're still chancing the double.
Yeah.
So
and it didn't matter on Karazai because I got the double. When I killed him.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. So didn't really come up.
No.
But that would have been great. I can understand why people play the Protectors. I think it's called with Karazai. Basically, gives him a 5-up ward. Always.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. But then you're doing that instead of the Vexillor. Probably. And the Vexillor, he healed a decent chunk of wounds and the plus control score. I do like him a lot.
Yeah.
He's nice.
For sure. Yeah,
nice little hero.
Yeah, but if I have to pick something as a favorite drop, then it's I'm gonna pick Zoggrok.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be that. Of course.
Mostly because he's so damn badass.
Yeah.
And it's good damage. And his crit mortal is basically what makes Ironjawz in general, in my opinion at least, viable.
Yeah.
Unless you play big pigs in Kragnos, because that seems to work for some. Not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. But if you want to play infantry heavy, you need Zoggrok. Otherwise, you're not gonna do anything. So he's for sure my favorite. But also the Ragers don't manage to live and killing.
I'm so annoyed that they survived.
Yeah.
Them surviving was very frustrating.
That was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
for me, I think. My favourite, honestly, the Stormcoven performed better than I was expecting. They're probably a little bit overpriced for what they do.
Yeah.
But they weren't that bad actually.
No, I thought it was nice.
I'll explain this in the list review, but it allows me to play 2 drops with a wizard, and I think that's quite important for Stormcast.
Yeah.
But overall, I think probably my favourite drop was the Vexillor. Actually.
Yeah.
I think he's really solid.
Super nice.
Guaranteed D3 heal in both hero phases is really good. And then
He's
the
so
control
good.
score is just extra.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I really like him. 5 on a point. If he gets his buff off on himself, he's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's nice.
I mean, he's a perfect bodyguard
yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
Perfect
Yeah,
bodyguard.
just sitting there healing.
Healing and helping with -1 attack. That's
Exactly.
like, you don't need a better bodyguard,
No,
basically.
no.
That's it.
Yeah, I understand the combo here with these two. And Karazai popped off once, so I'm happy with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he managed to do a bunch of damage in 1 turn at least.
He's a beast.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
a beast.
he was fighting Ard Boys with 3 up and 5 up.
Yeah,
But I
super
mean,
tanky.
I can see him just melting other things.
Yeah, definitely,
Like,
definitely.
Real scary dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed the game.
Yes,
We'll be
we
back with
enjoyed it.
another one.
We will be back,
Yeah,
for sure.
soon.
Please, if you did enjoy it, or if you did not enjoy it, then leave a comment below and
Yeah.
give us your thought. What do you think about what you would have done differently, maybe, or just anything like in general
Yeah.
that you want to talk about?
Join our Discord as well if you want to go a bit more in depth on
Yeah,
conversations.
join the
We
Discord
can,
for sure.
Yeah, talk about this game a bit more, or talk about a faction that you fancy playing. Anything really.
Yeah, or what
Give
your
your
favorite unit was in the game,
Mhm.
favorite drop.
Yep.
And do check out Millarchy as well.
Yeah. Hopefully, if we've done everything right, you can see the score right here in the middle
Right
of
here,
the.
yes.
Yeah.
If
But
we
If we haven't, it's just us making hand
just
movements for no reason.
waving by.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Thank you very much for tuning in,
Thank you.
and see you in the next one.
Yep.
Bye.